It's 11 o'clock.
And we're live.
they would substitute the voice of one of the actors. What level of service is this? Yeah, but this gal, she was really good at clipping movies and using them and then dubbing them.
I think you got it, but he unmuted it.
Are we ready?
Oh,
This gal, she was really good at clipping movies and using them. You caught me on that?
there you go. Okay, he said it's good now.
Are we live?
He changed it. Okay. You are good. If you are ready, I can.
Let's go. Let's do it. All right. Due to technical difficulties, the sound was not working. Do we have anybody in the waiting room? Okay. Okay. So due to technical difficulties and the loss of sound and audio, we are going to start the meeting from the very beginning. I did open up the meeting at 11 a.m. We did hear the first item, but right after that, it basically got cut off for the audio. So I'm going to ask the question again. Did we have determination of noticing?
Legal notice has been determined on each.
Thank you. That takes us to our regular calendar. Item number 3, which is case number CDP 2021-0057. This is a continued item from June 23rd, 2023. The owner applicant is Heather Meyer. The agent is Lance Sprague. The request is a standard coastal development permit to drill a test well. The project has been determined to be categorically exempt from CEQA. Property is located in the coastal zone 1.8 plus minus miles north of Guala on the west side of Ocean Ridge Drive and 180 feet plus or minus north of its intersection with Ocean View Lane, located at 38,160 Ocean Ridge Drive in Guala, APN 144252-01. May I please get a staff report?
Project planner Steven Schweitzer here. I'd like to provide a little background on why this project was continued from the June 23rd CPA hearing. Prior to the June CPA hearing, the applicant had expressed an interest to apply for a water connection with the North Guala Water Company. Staff had requested a continuance to allow the applicant some time to secure the necessary materials to move forward. Between then and now, the applicant was unable to secure a water connection and expressed their interest in moving forward to continue processing this permit requesting to drill a test well. As mentioned before, the project has been determined to be categorically exempt pursuant to section 15303 of CEQA for utility extensions. Staff is recommending approval of Coastal Development Permit 2021-0057 in accordance with the findings and subject to the conditions of approval contained in the staff report. The applicant has been provided a staff report and made aware of these conditions of approval. I can entertain any further questions.
Well, thank you, and I'll go ahead and repeat my last question for the record. I had asked you earlier that for clarification, basically they were trying to get a connection with the water district. That was not the case, so they're going back to the original request, which is to drill a test well.
Correct.
All right, thank you. And we don't have the applicant present, but they've been made aware of what the conditions are and the recommendations. So with that, not seeing anybody from the applicant side, I'll go ahead and open up the public hearing. Do we have anybody present?
I don't show anybody online.
No, and therefore I return the item back to the coastal permit administrator, and based on the evidence provided herein, as well as the findings for approval and conditions of approval being recommended, I'll go ahead and approve this project, again, subject to the findings and conditions of approval contained in the staff report. Thank you very much. That moves us to item 3B, which is case number B 2023-0016. Owners Melvin and Patricia Piori and Stephen Kleckner. Applicant is Melvin Piori and Patricia Piori. The agent is Clifford Zimmerman. This is a boundary line adjustment to reconfigure the boundary lines between Lot 1 1.45 plus minus acres, and on assessor's parcel 19,600-70, and lot 2, which is 8.78 acres, consisting of APNs 19,626 and 72, resulting in the final acreage of lot 1 at 1.79 acres and lot 2 at 8.44 acres, with 0.34 plus minus acres would be transferred from lot 1 to lot 2. Project has been determined to be categorically exempt from CEQA. The project is located 1.3 miles southeast of Fort Bragg Center at the terminus of Chestnut Street within the city of Fort Bragg, 1.2 plus minus miles east of its intersection with State Route 1, located at 31,100 and 31,501 Chestnut Street, Fort Bragg. And again, assessor's parcel numbers 019-600-70, 72, and 26. May I please get a staff report?
Yes, thank you. This is Liam Crowley, planning staff. As was stated, the project involves a boundary line adjustment between two parcels, and it's been determined to be categorically exempt from CEQA. Staff reviewed the project and found it to be consistent with the local coastal program and the Mendocino County Coastal Zoning Code as discussed in the staff report. The boundary line adjustment will not create any new parcels, and portions of both properties subject to the adjustment are not within ESHA, and no fully impacted parcel would be created as a result of the boundary line adjustment. The project was reviewed by the Mendocino County Subdivision Committee, who did not find any conflicts with the County Division of Land Regulations, and they recommended approval to the Coastal Permit Administrator. On August 2nd, the project was referred to various agencies for comments. The Department of Transportation and Environmental Health Division responded with no comment, and no other critical comments were received. So to close, staff is recommending approval subject to standard conditions listed in the staff report. And that's all I have. I'm available for any questions.
All right, thank you. Do we have the applicant online?
Yes, we did. We actually have the agent.
The agent, okay.
There's no one.
Well, there's another, he was the
There's
one.
nobody there.
Oh, he left.
All right, so seeing nobody, I return it. I'm now going to open up the public hearing. Are there any members of the public that wish to speak on this matter?
I don't show anybody on
All right, so I'll go ahead and return it back to the Coastal Permit Administrator. And thank you for the staff report. It's very clear and outlines what the intent is. And I will go ahead and move to approve it based on the findings contained in the staff report and the conditions contained in the staff report. And this item is approved. So that moves us to item number 4, which is matters from staff. Are there any matters that staff may wish to bring forward to the CPA? Seeing none. Item number 5, matters from the public. The Coastal Permit Administrator welcomes participation in meetings. This item is limited to matters under the jurisdiction of the Coastal Permit Administrator which are not on the agenda and have not already been heard. Do we have any members of the public that wish to speak under this item?
I don't show anybody on.
All right, so we now move to item number 6, which is adjournment. The meeting is adjourned at 11:27 a.m.